So as some of you know, phase 1 for Cocurator is already out. The key functions are for networking, showcasing, and well, it's not supposed to be complicated, not yet. But the purpose is still pretty profound. I call it the due diligence test. You see, one thing hirers don't tell you is that when they go online to do their due diligence before they hire, they go to your social media. Portfolios look polished, and they were designed and positioned to look polished. There's so much information out there to find out about how to make a killer portfolio that the only way that you can see or find out if the designer's work is legit is if they come and online stalk you. But if you don't leave a digital footprint that is positioned for design, well, then it's not going to be in your favor. So that's where Cocurator comes in. We design the practical side of it so that we can create a perfect space for clients to come shop for design, look for the latest trends, and do their due diligence tests for a more informed hire, like for a full-time job. That was the intention for my graduates. But then there's the question of how do you then stand out amongst the crowd? Well, you see, times have changed some. And even though hires haven't stopped, the likelihood of your employers or your prospective employers are looking into your background still remains pretty high. In fact, it could go higher, but simply because they have to make up for the fact that now it is highly unlikely that they will be having a face-to-face interview. So naturally, they will need to go and find more checks to find out more about you from other sources. So how do you stand out? Think about it in what they would be looking for. So knowing that you would probably be doing a lot more remote hires, they would need to figure out your work ethics. Like, how crazy about design are you? What are your core values? Do you eat, sleep, dream design, or your crafts, or your hobbies? Do you read up about design? Do you have a passion for projects, or have passion projects that they can follow up and see how serious you are about your craft, your research? Whether you look things up. About digital stuff, do you dabble in digital technology, like the trending stuff like IGs and animation or filters? All these things add up. Design scope has widened a fair bit now because we don't really know where the focus is in content marketing or digital marketing. So if you have something that could help you stand out, then the chances are that they would have just hired an asset that would have one more skill or passion that could help add value to their potential clients to help them stand out in future projects. So with the social network model that we have in place now, it not only brings people with the same interests together, we also aim to have this function which could bring more collaborations into potential passion projects for collaborations in future. Or even looking at finding sponsorships for projects that are in the areas of innovation. But that segment is called Co-Studios, and it will only be available after the actual job segment is completed. So it'll take a little while. We want this to be functional first and cater to the needs first before exploring all the nice-to-haves. But that being said, the social network model right now is already designed and already in place because that's our focus and belief of what a good foundation for this ideal utopia should be. I'm excited because the new phase for Cocurator is being designed right now. We will be finishing the build for the desktop version, or rather you know it as a web app, very soon. And in phase 2, it's all about the jobs. Job matching, initiating secure payments, strategizing the new structure for actually going out and getting jobs. So I'm excited, but I can't say anymore. Trust me, it's still going to change the future of work. Hey, Chan Chun Sing actually just said that we are not going back to pre-COVID. So the only way out is forward. I like to think that we can take back control and redesign this new normal to find a more fair and progressive, and more importantly, sustainable way.